everybody. Today you're going to be finishing your research for your medical field career project that you've been working on. So here you will see the assignment. It tells you to open the attached Google Doc to complete the second and last part of your research for the project. You will make sure you submit it today when you're done. And again, you will not lose access to your research once you submit. It will just be in your school Google Drive. When you open the Google Doc attached to this assignment, you will see this particular document. One thing I want to point out, and I forgot to mention yesterday in the Daily IV, I think, this link I had here for you, it was just a good starting point for some of the different medical careers. You still have access to that. That was linked in the Google Doc yesterday. It's still linked here in case you didn't see it yesterday and you want to possibly add more to your research if you didn't use it. So again, you're going to list your chosen medical field career. What you're going to do next is list all of the levels of education needed to get a job in this field. So assume that the person has graduated high school and gotten a diploma at the high school level. What would they need to do beyond that point to obtain a job in this career that you are researching? So for example, let's say that you picked a doctor of some kind. So doctors need to go to medical school. So you would have college, 4 years of college of undergraduate. Then they would need to go to medical school for 4 years. And then depending on what kind of doctor, they might need to be or have a certain number of years of residency or internship or even fellowship. So you need to include all of that here as well as the number of years. The next part is going to research at least 2 what I'm calling education pathways that a person would need to follow. So for example, let's say that you chose, again, I'm just going to say doctor in general. That person would need to go to college. So let's say that they decided to go to Temple for 4 years for their undergrad degree. You would need to include Temple University for 4 years. This also tells you the admission requirements. So you need to find the admission requirements to get into Temple. Most likely you need to get into the biology program there. So look up those requirements, as well as the tuition. So you should find that yearly. That should include room and board as well as the academic tuition, part of the tuition. From there, they're not a doctor after they graduate from 4 years from Temple. They need to go on to medical school. So let's say for medical school, they decide to go to Hershey, which is Penn State. They would need to do 4 years there. So you need to look up the admission requirements for that. You're going to need to have an MCAT score of a certain level to get into medical school. So just kind of look for all of those things. What you would do then, so that would be one pathway, all of those places, all of those schools you would need to attend with admission requirements and tuition for each one. And then you're going to research a different school. Let's say that you chose to go to Pitt for 4 years for undergrad. You would look up admission requirements for that. Excuse me. And then let's say that you wanted to, from there, go to Harvard Medical School. You would look up admission requirements for that, as well as tuition, and include that. So it's 2 entire pathways. So you should have different schools for each one. It's whatever levels of schooling you're going to list up here. Again, just like yesterday, you're going to copy and paste the links that you used for your research. Then you're going to submit this. When you're done, submit this assignment to me, and you're going to be using what you found yesterday and today to make a Google Slides presentation tomorrow. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Sometimes the information can be a little tricky to find. It would be a lot easier for me to help you find it if we were in school. But since we aren't together, you can still reach out, come to a Zoom session, or just send me a message on Schoology or an email, and I can try to point you in the right direction. I hope you have a great day.